Now let's welcome our first keynote speech, why co-publishing might be your best option for entering the Chinese market. Let's welcome Mr. Mikael Leinonen on the stage one more time.
Thank you and good morning again, and I promise this will be the last time I'm on the stage today. My presentation will be targeted at overseas developers who are looking into publishing their games in a Chinese market. Why this is an important topic is that China is probably the biggest growth opportunity for most of the global game developers who have successful games. China accounts around 30% of the global gaming revenues, and yet the market is largely untapped by overseas developers. There are many reasons for that, but it's largely been quite difficult to enter the Chinese market successfully. But things are getting gradually better, and we see a growing trend of interest towards coming to China. And as you can see from the Bill character of Hill Climb Racing, a game from Finland, trend is going fast upwards. This game has been in the Chinese market since 2014, published by us. And as of today, Hill Climb Racing 1 and Hill Climb Racing 2 have accumulated already over 700 million downloads in China Android market alone. So that should give you a pretty good understanding of the scale of opportunity here. MyGamez does not develop any games of our own. We are 100% just focused on bringing overseas games to the market and trying to offer a seamless gaming experiences of global games to the Chinese audiences. We are very proud to work with some of the leading Western developers like Playrix, Zynga, Fingersoft, Nexters, and many others to bring their experiences to the market. So what is co-publishing and why it might be a good way for some of the developers to come to the market? There are many different ways to get your games to the market. You can, for example, sell your game to a Chinese publisher. You can sell your company to a Chinese publisher. You can also just hand over the full operations of your game by a licensing agreement to a Chinese publishing partner. But the bottom line is that there must be a Chinese publishing partner. That's by the regulation. We call our service, our publishing model, co-publishing because we involve the developer heavily in the China operation. So our belief is that modern free-to-play mobile games are very complex devices, complex operations, and handing over such operation to a completely new team in a different country is very difficult to do successfully. And that's why we believe that the original developer of the games who have built the game, built the team around it, and scale it globally are always the best teams to operate the game. So we've built a model where we enable you to be part of operating your game in China. Handing over source code is risky because of there's very small chances of truly succeeding in big scale if somebody else just takes over your game and tries to operate it. But it's also, of course, risky from an IP protection point of view. And our model is focused on you keeping your game, operating it, and us bringing in the local expertise, the local operations that are needed to make it successful. We also emphasize in our business model high returns for the developers. So coming to China always requires investment. There are no easy wins here. If you want to be successful in the market, you have to put in effort, you have to put in time, and some money. And that's why we offer the best revenue share model in the industry for developers. To build a model where we are perfectly aligned, when you know that when you are investing in your success in China market, then you will be the one who is also reaping the returns. There are no easy wins available in China, at least not in mobile. If you want your globally successful game to be competitive in the Chinese market, you have to put in effort. That's why we are emphasizing long-term partnerships. We are talking about partnerships of 5 years, 10 years, 20 years of scale. There's no point, in our opinion, to come to China with 1 year or 2 years in mind. Our co-publishing model has been built as a modular package of services where our partners can trust that they will always get the same services, same business models for multiple games for years to come. Meaning our partners don't need to go around negotiating new publishing deal for every single game that they publish, but they can keep investing in the market and build a long-term China entry strategy based on our services. We put a lot of emphasis on trust and transparency in the partnership because we know that for any overseas company to make significant investments into China market entry and committing to the market for decades, there has to be a solid trust as a foundation. And that's why with our publishing model, you will all the time be in full control of what happens to your IP in China, how the game is operated in China. You will see all the real-time revenues and all the metrics and have the final say on what happens to your game in the market. I had prepared some slides to cover on China market entry APC, but I think we are a little bit short of time, so I would like to finish it here. And please feel free to engage with us. There's our website. MyGamez team will be here the whole day, and in Shanghai, our China headquarters is in Shanghai, so welcome to visit us outside of China Joy Week as well. Thank you very much.